In the last 24 hours, Nike stock just exploded, adding billions to its value. But this isn't the story you think it is. Behind the headlines is a risky, billion-dollar bet that most investors completely missed. So, the question is this just a temporary sugar rush, or is it the start of one of the biggest corporate turnarounds of the year? Stick with me, because we're about to break down the hidden story behind the Nike stock price and what it means for your money. So what lit the fuse? It all comes down to this chart right here. On paper, a 12% drop in revenue looks bad. But Wall Street was expecting even worse. Nike beat revenue estimates by almost $400 million and beat earnings per share estimates. They masterfully managed expectations, setting the bar incredibly low so they could easily step over it. And in the game of Wall Street, perception is reality. If this kind of clear, no fluff breakdown is valuable to you, do me a quick favor and tap the like button. It's a huge help and tells YouTube you want more deep dives like this one. But this didn't happen by accident. It's the first real sign that new CEO Elliott Hill's win now plan is actually working. For years, Nike saturated the market with shoes like the Dunk, and frankly, we all got bored of them. Now, they're making a painful but necessary choice. They are aggressively clearing out that old inventory, even at a discount, to purify the brand. They're sacrificing today's profits to restore tomorrow's prestige, making room for fresh innovation to shine. But there's a massive storm on the horizon, a potential billion-dollar hit from US tariffs. And this is where the story gets really interesting. Instead of panicking, Nike is using this crisis to make a genius move. They're rapidly shifting production out of China, building a more diversified, resilient supply chain that will protect them from political fights for years to come. They're turning a billion-dollar threat into a long-term strategic advantage. This China pivot is a huge strategic shift. Do you think it's a smart move or too risky in the long run? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one and want to know what you think. And Wall Street is taking notice. When the big banks all start singing the same tune, you have to listen. The consensus is forming, and that consensus is that the worst is over for Nike. This creates a powerful echo chamber that can drive the stock even higher as more investors jump on board. So, what's the bottom line for an investor looking at Nike stock today? The company has proven it can execute a tough plan. They've navigated a PR storm, turned a geopolitical threat into an advantage, and turned a bad quarter into a major win. The road ahead is still long, and competition is fierce. But for the first time in a while, the path forward for Nike is clear and the momentum is undeniably on their side. If you want to stay ahead of market-moving trends just like this one, make sure you're subscribed with all notifications on so you don't miss the next deep dive. I've also linked to my analysis of another major consumer stock right here on the screen. It's the perfect next watch to keep building your financial edge. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.